Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and I will be explaining Battle Training Advanced Counters. I already made a video before about advanced guard techniques. Today I will be explaining advanced counters and I will be explaining first the perception. Perception is a counter move that can be used when you do not have any skill count available to use. So the blue bar on the left, if there's 0 they can use perception. While holding down you will move into a stance in which you will counterattack for every hit taken. Perception only works as a counter to rush attacks, so be careful not to use it against other type of attacks. Conversely, perception is a powerful move that can be used to great effect against opponents who favor rush attacks. So basically people that like to press square a lot. This is a demo. I'll show it again. And now we'll do it myself. So all you have to do is just hold and wait. And then you can just attack if you will be vulnerable. Next up we have Super Perception. Super Perception is a counter command that can be used when your skill count bar is charged up. So if you have skill count on the top left, you can use this. While normal perception can only counter rush attacks, this technique is one step above. Using super perception consumes skill counts, but it can counter rush attacks and other kind of attacks too. When your opponent uses powerful techniques like blast, stay calm and aim to counter the attacks. So this is for the demo. Here you only see the rush attack. And now I'll do it myself. All you have to do is basically hold and then use the skill count. So you only use one skill count. If you have one skill count you can basically counter a blast or rush attack. It's different between the two, only rush attack and this one rush attack, blast, any other attacks basically. Next up we have high speed evasion. I give an explanation first. Some attacks can be defended against not only with guards and counters, but also with evasion maneuver. If you press the instant your opponent's hit lands, you can quickly evade the attack. This command is effective against charge attacks and blast too. For example, you cannot change from your position when using a common guard against blast attack. However, after performing a high speed evasion, you can then use a surprise attack during your opponent's blast. While harder to pull off than a common guard, evasive maneuvers are well worth the effort. This is the demo. So basically, when he almost hits you, then use it. It's a bit hard to time. Pressing too early. Once you get the hang of it, it becomes a lot easier. Yeah, even for me it's hard to do. Try it again. So the timing is basically before you see those white lines, you have to press it, otherwise it doesn't work. Or you start blocking. Yeah, it's a bit stressful to time it perfectly. but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty effective. Next up we have super counter. I'll give an explanation first. A super counter is a type of counter that can be used against specific attacks. For example, if used while taking a rush attack, you can stop your opponent mid-attack and counter-attack. Timing the counter in response to attack is difficult, but the technique is effective against all melee attacks. A super counter can also be used while you are in the middle of a taking attack. This is a demo. And I'll do myself. So this one is a bit easier than this Evasion. All you have to do is to time it as well. It's still hard. So basically before he hits you, you have to use it. You can use it every attack. It's still hard. As you see. But in my opinion, this one is a bit easier. Try to do an Evasion now. So you can combine it. So for normal melee, use the super counter. Let's see. Yeah, you have to time it every time. It's a bit hard. Yeah, this is pretty much the hardest thing in the game, in my opinion, to time it correctly. Because you're either too early or too late every time. As you see. It's too early again. Again. Try it one more time.
Not too shabby.
So that works that way. You can. Alright, next up we have Z counter. I'll give an explanation first. Z counter is a type of counter that can be used against opponents' follow-up attacks. If successful, you will perform an instant transmission used just before the hit lands and counter from behind your opponent. Moreover, if you move while striking back, he can knock back your opponent in the same direction. Be careful though, this move can only be used against follow-up attacks, not standard attacks. A Z counter can also be used as a counter attack against an opponent's Z counter. And this is a demo. So that's a Z counter. Once they're behind you, teleport behind you, try to attack you, then it's a Z counter. It's very similar to a high speed evasion. Now we'll do it myself. So he's gonna attack me. Then behind me, you have to time it again before the white lines appear. See? Try it again. Hold on. It didn't work. Didn't work again. Didn't work again. Now work. You have to get used to it for the timing. I have a habit of pressing too early. So But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. As you see, start to make less and less mistakes. Okay, that wasn't really. See, the more you do it, the more your finger gets used to it. It becomes a reflex basically in the game. Next one we have a Z counter uses. As an explanation, Z counters are effective against follow-up attacks. However, if used in that way, they can also be countered. An exchange of Z counters will continue until you or your opponent fails to correctly time your counter. The longer an exchange continues, the greater the damage a return counter will deal. So, the longer it takes, the more damage will eventually deal to your opponent or you. Getting this technique wrong could spell defeat, so be sure to practice and get the timing down before trying it in battle. It's a demo. Show it again. I noticed in a demo they pressed like 6 times back to back. As you can hear. Now we'll do it myself. One more time. Example. Now we'll try it myself. So I will attack him. Well, he attacks me, I mean. If he attacks. Why is he not attacking? Oh yeah. I attack him. And triangle. Attack, triangle, R1. Try again. Attack, triangle. Thought I was gonna do it again. So all you have to do is let him fly, and once he gets behind you, wait a little and then do it. Let me try to do this. It doesn't work for me. Don't know what's that in a demo. It didn't counter. Okay. Try again. If you press a lot at the same time, it doesn't work. I don't know what's that in the demo. As an example, okay, he didn't counter. It'd be nice if he countered. Try one more time if I can. It was too early again. And there you go. Let's get used to the timing. It's a bit annoying. I think this is pretty much the hardest thing in the game. Pressing the R1 on time and the super counter. That's pretty much the hardest in the game in my opinion. To use the super counter and the Z counter and the high speed evasion. Those are pretty much the hardest in the game. Yeah, that's it for the advanced counters. Hope you liked the video. Leave a like, leave down a comment if you learned something. Follow my channel, turn on notification if you want to be notified when I make a new video or go live. And I wish you have a nice day. Take care, bye bye, and see you soon in the next video.